Hi everyone, Angela here. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a quilted book sleeve with lining. It has batting in between, a zipper at the top, and an optional loop on the side. I'll show you an easy method to install the zipper without needing any tabs on the ends and without a dent on the corner. You can add a hook to the loop or just use it to hold on to when closing the zipper. This sleeve will fit most books. It measures 9 inches wide by 12 inches long. The book I have here measures 6 inches wide, 9 inches tall, about an inch thick, and easily fits inside. If you like historical romance, you can find the link for this book down in the description. For the main fabric, I'm using 100% quilting cotton that's been pressed. Square off the bottom and trim away the selvage from the side. Then cut a piece 20 inches wide by 13 inches long. Fold the fabric width in half, crease it with your fingers to mark the center, and open flat again. If you need to, use a heat erasable pen to mark your quilt lines. Mark down the center, then mark lines 1 inch apart on either side. I won't mark all the lines as I'll be using a quilt guide when sewing. To quilt the fabric and give it a puffy look, I'm using a craft batting or wadding that's about ½ an inch thick. Place the fabric on top with right side up, cut the batting about an inch bigger all around, and pin the layers together in a few spots. I'm using the Juki TL2010Q sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use are down in the description below. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, click the link for Echidna Sewing and Juki Junkies for North America. I have the walking foot attached with the quilt guide set 1 inch from the needle. I have the guide to the left of the walking foot so that the fabric will move this way. Begin by sewing the center line first. There's no need to backstitch. Just start and end each stitch line on the batting. Continue stitching to the right of each stitch line until you get to the side. Because I don't have any more marks along the fabric, I just use the guide to follow along the previous stitch line. At the side, stitch close to the edge to hold in place, then turn the fabric around and repeat on the other side. When you're done at the side, pivot and stitch close to the top and bottom edges. Trim away the batting from each side. Gently steam away any quilt lines. After quilting, the piece shrinks a little, so now it only measures about 19 inches wide by 12 3/4 inches long. For the lining, cut a piece the same width but ½ an inch shorter in length. For the loop, cut a 2½ inch square. Fold up in half with wrong sides together and press across the center. Open up, fold the edges to the center, leaving a small gap in between, and press. Then match the folded edges, press, and clip in place. If you have a label, pin it down where you'd like it sewn. I'm using size 3 nylon zipper tape with coiled teeth for this book sleeve. Cut a length so that it extends 1.5 inches past each side. Separate the zipper tape and put aside the other half. Flip the zipper tape over so the teeth are facing down. Center the tape onto the top of the fabric. Carefully align the edges together and clip or pin at each end. I like to clip the ends first to keep the fabric from stretching across the top. Continue matching the edges and clip in between. Switch back to a standard presser foot. Stitch close to the edge to hold the zipper tape in place. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. As always, I'd love to know where in the world you're watching from. You can also show your support by becoming a member. Stitch your label on close to the edge, backstitching at the start and finish, and pivoting at the corners. I also have a quick tutorial on how to sew on a label without any visible backstitching. Stitch both sides of the loop close to the edge. There's no need to backstitch. With the single fold at the top, fold the loop in half with the ends together on the right. Position it on the side about 1/4 inch below the zipper teeth and stitch close to the edge to hold in place. With the right side up, turn the lining sideways. Place the outer piece on top with right sides together. Carefully match the edges, clip at both ends, and then clip in between. Again, the lining is 1/2 inch shorter than the outer piece. To sew the layers together at the top, have the left side of the presser foot pushed right against the zipper teeth and backstitch at each end. Flip the fabric over with the lining on top, then open it up with the right sides facing up. Check that all the seams are facing to the right. Pull on each side of the fabric so that it's nice and flat along the seam. Edge stitch about 1/8 inch beside the seam, backstitching at each end. Fold the fabric along the zipper seam so that the outer fabric's on top. Check that it's flat against the seam on both sides and press across. Flip the fabric over so the lining's on top, then fold the corners down together. Make sure the side edges are even and then place a weight on top to hold it in place. Cut the right side of the zipper tape about 1/2 inch shorter. To attach the slider, thread in the left side of the zipper tape. Push the slider up until the center of it is in line with the end of the other side of the tape. Hold the slider in that position and flip the pull up. Then carefully thread in the other side. Hold down the ends of the zipper tape with your fingers as you pull the slider up. Use any method to attach the slider, just keep those edges even. To keep the zipper from separating, sew a few stitches just across the teeth close to the edge. Trim the zipper tape, leaving about 1/2 inch from the edge. Also be sure to leave the zipper open halfway. Separate and open up the fabric so that the right sides are together. Carefully fold the zipper tape in half with the backs together and the teeth centered in between the outer fabric. Make sure the edges are perfectly even, then pin the tape together, and then pin the outer fabric together right in front of the teeth. Match all the edges of the outer fabric and lining and clip all around. At the bottom of the lining, mark an opening in the center about the width of your hand. Using a 3/8 inch seam allowance, start your stitching along the fold at the bottom of the outer fabric. Stop 3/8 inch before the edge, have the needle down, lift the presser foot, and pivot. Continue stitching until you get to the pin in front of the zipper teeth and then remove it. With the zipper tape extending out on the side, it's easy to see where the teeth are. Stitch right up to the teeth and backstitch. Don't stitch on or over the teeth. Skip over the zipper teeth and remove the other pin. Backstitch below the zipper teeth and continue stitching. Pivot at the corner and backstitch at the first mark for the opening. Skip over to the next mark, backstitch, and continue stitching to the fold and backstitch to finish. Trim all the corners on an angle, being careful not to cut the stitching. Go in through the opening and turn over to the right side of the lining. Push out the corners of the lining and push in the main fabric so it's out of the way. Fold in the seams of the opening and match them together. Stitch close to the folded edges, backstitching at each end to close the opening. Turn the book sleeve right side out and carefully push out the corners with a large knitting needle. At the zipper end, push the teeth up and out. This zipper method gives you a neat rounded corner without a dent, and you can close it right up to the end. No need to fiddle with any tabs. I hope you enjoy making this book sleeve just in time for Mother's Day. Be sure to check out some of my other projects. Thanks again for watching. Take care and happy sewing.